Okay, welcome back to Rome Total War 2 with me, Pew Pew Choo Choo. Kind of got sidetracked, speeding up the turns inside the game. So we skipped about, I don't know, maybe 12 or so turns. And anyhow, we have essentially completely subjugated these Alpine cities of sorts. We're starting to convert them into Roman culture, and their happiness problems have been managed so that they're in the positive now. And we have just essentially an army of champions and dignitaries converting the populace and inspiring them with acts of military fervor. And they will be just kind of continuing on doing that. In the meantime, we will be making another campaign. So the stuff inside Magna Germania over here is I believe this is the Rhine River. I'm not terribly sure about the geography inside this region, but anyhow, I plan on just kind of keeping this river as a border for now. My kind of plans for now is to enter Britannia after we kind of push to the coast, so that's kind of what we will be doing right now. Actually, it looks like we will have to go into the Rhine just a little bit to capture these two provinces, so we will do that, seeing as how we will be going to war with both of the factions located here in Celticia, the Neverni and then the Namanites over here, and we will just try to steamroll their nation over there. So this is kind of the world setting. I've been building aqueducts and a few military structures here and there, and I've been just kind of generally improving our situation here. Carthage, for whatever reason, has been kind of growing weaker and weaker. You have one independent faction coming from the very coast of Morocco starting to advance into the Iberian Peninsula there. These red spots are Pontic rebels, and for whatever reason Carthage hasn't been dealing with them, but they are just kind of present, and they are being fought back by these guys as well. Libya is supposed to control the province, to the province Libya, so yeah, they're definitely being rolled back right there. With that said, they're not really that much of an issue now. Over here inside Macedonia, an interesting happened. A third faction entered the Sparta slash Celtic Confederation or Conferences war, so it's kind of a three-way over there, and they've been just kind of brawling it out. And in the meantime, we have been converting provinces using those dignitaries, so not very much has happened on our front, except for some tech stuff and some taxation and economic stuff like that. What I've done is that I've advanced our technology quite far, so we have a lot of the tech in like the military tree, and some of it I think we kept our civil stuff the same, and I'm starting to do boat stuff again, and I also managed to gain a siege works inside Rome proper, inside the Roman or Italia province. I've been trying to recruit some ballistae to bring to the front and really use those against these guys. Now, I have 3 active legions just kind of stationed over here and ready to kind of spring at the enemy. So I think I'll declare a war onto these guys. Actually, I'm seeing if there's a passage over here, and yes, there is, so we'll go over there.
My wits and words are yours.
And now that we have like the majority of the public...
March!
The public's is order under control, we can start marching our legions forward and really pressing on over here. And, well, I see one settlement over here, and I'm going to declare war with these guys. This empire of 1, 2, 3, 4 towns, and we will kind of go to war with them, and we will take their settlements just like that.
For Rome!
And there we go, that is one down, and then a few more will follow. So it looks like France over here and Germany's area has been kind of going back and forth. There have been some minor empires springing up and some other ones spring forth, so we do have to just kind of take over this area. We do have an easy stake in this area to just kind of take and really reap the benefits over here, so that's kind of what I plan on doing. The turns I managed to make them go a little faster by switching off the CPU moves. For whatever reason, it would seem as though the game conducts the AI's moves, even though like right now you'll see that the little ticker at the top continues on. Even though we can't see the movements of the AI, I believe the AI still does them, and that kind of results in some of the long turns. It certainly does not solve the problem, but I really don't know whether or not it's just kind of like a placebo thing. But I feel like the turn count up there is going a little faster, so that is good. And I've been like seeing some guys post on Reddit and stuff like that where they already had civil wars and stuff break out, and that's kind of that's more or less of a late game thing, not really something that would happen very often early game wise. So I was kind of surprised by that. Oh, over there it looks like we can see some of the Nivernese armies, and they've actually done they used one of their spells on our troops, so looks like we will have to fight a battle over there. And yeah, the generals really don't last long enough to be of particular use, so I've been kind of not leveling them up and stuff like that.
Siege to the settlement!
And there we go. I do believe that is actually our first settlement on the coast here too, so that is rather nice. So I've been kind of driving our forces up here, and in the meantime, inside the rear column, I've been just kind of sending these veterans to help quell the local populace, and in addition to that, I send those dignitaries to just kind of follow around, which help out by converting the population to a Roman accepted type, making that a little bit better. And over here, I'm just deploying some more troops. This province here is apparently in a lot of trouble, so we do need to repair all of these buildings. Get the dignitary to do whatever he does, but yeah, we do need to really do something about these problematic tiles. I think I'll go with a delicatessen over here. We're starting to run out of food production simply because I've been upgrading a lot of buildings, and when you do that, they typically do have some sort of food requirements. So yeah, down here, the little bread shape, you don't want that going into the negatives, obviously. So have been kind of keeping up on that, and I have been just building up our places, for the most part at least. I think what I'll do is that I'll pull back one of our legions here and bring him up.
Orders.
And that's right, we had this this fleet over here. Just remembered about this legion. They were meant to come over here to this island and cap it off. Can they still do that?
Finding shelter.
Yeah, because I had wanted to get rid of these Punic rebels and really take those provinces for myself, but it looks like Nova Carthago is going to do that too. And okay, we've been just expanding over here. Looks like we're going to have to forego capping off this city right now, simply because the gladiators have been actually permanently immobilized by that enemy war maiden. So we are just going to have to hang tight and wait for another turn, I suppose. Yeah, really no point in using the generals thing. The military traditions tree is pretty cool, but for the actual generals, I don't really feel like there's enough of a valid reason to level them up, seeing as how they do really die off very fast. I can't really say much goes on during the middle turns over here. Just people really wanting to make trade agreements with us and a lot of things like that. You know what? I think I'll skip the rest of this turn. Okay, so that wasn't too bad, but it was still pretty bad. Over here, it would seem as though the AI has been trying to sandwich my troops in one of our settlements, which is fine. they're not doing all too much of they're not being that
Salve, how can I
bad.
help? To live in peace, we must prepare
I'll get our
for
veterans
war.
to really start increasing the public order over here, because we already control the town over here, and we've been switching the culture of this particular area. This area is actually fairly stable, so if I do move my army outside of the village, if I do de-garrison the village, it looks like it will be steady for now. It's going to take 100 turns to rebel, so that should be fine. And over here in Treverum, I think I'll get the gladiator legion to come over here and push forward to that town, and then back over here I can then get our army to auto resolve this battle, and that will solve 2 problems just like that. So that is good. And I should also be able to build up these, up these towns a little bit. Huh. I'm seeing whether or not, which buildings would be good to build, and so far none of the choices look particularly, yeah, they don't seem particularly, good, so I think I'll just upgrade that one over there. And I'm going to get a delicacy over here, because I do need that food income really badly right now. And I think we'll go with something like that. The problem with the building tech tree right now is that I feel like... Oh, that's right, and we were also besieging here. And I think I'll resolve this one as well. Yeah, one of the problems I feel like the whole economy thing is that the public order is actually really rather unstable, and because the public order is really rather unstable, you don't want to build any of the high-tiered buildings simply because they all either consume a ton of food, which you need to build a ton of farms with, and if you build a ton of farms or any of the high-level buildings that don't take a lot of food, they typically have like a squalor, discontent thing going on, which lowers the public order, so that it's really rather strange. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Yeah, another settlement under our control, which is good. And we're actually earning a ton of coin right now, just over the course of the game, really. Currently, I want to build a food place over here, cattle ranch, and then another thing over here. Just completely rebuild that settlement. Currently, I actually lowered the tax settings by 1 notch. For a faction, just for the public order bonus, and it looks like that is helping us out by quite a little bit. And I'm still earning almost 5,000 gold pieces per turn, so I mean we're definitely not short of money, which leads me to building a few more ballistae now that we can, and I'll eventually get around to carting those up over here to our settlements and really getting them moved forward, which will be rather useful.
I will do anything for Rome.
This settlement is actually, oh, that's why they have a slums, which we need to get rid of. Oh wait, no, we don't have enough money to get rid of the slums.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so what I think I'll do here is that I will take down this town right here with our gladiator first too.
At your command.
And that should effectively push us... Yeah, that should effectively push our settlements just onto the very brink of the Rhine and onto the coast as well. So we're almost done conquering this area of the world now. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat.
We hunger for
And right now we're just currently really building up these tiles. I don't really need this army there anymore, so I think I'll send them back over here to just kind of occupy wherever that slums area was and really balance out the stuff over there. Now the public order inside this area is fairly good now. the Celtic culture is dropping pretty fast. So what I think I'll do is that I'll shift our dignitaries around by a little bit. I'll get that dignitary to go over there, and this one to come over here. Just checking which provinces belong to where.
I can assist you further.
There we go. So that looks pretty good for now.
Home. My wits and words are yours.
Now I feel like the dignitaries, you do want to increase what their stats are, simply because if you increase their zeal, it makes them a little more effective being dignitaries. So we've done that. We have we have this place
Ready
now,
for battle.
and we are, I've got to say, approaching a portion of the game where we can kind of ease up on the whole military side of things and really focus upon just building an economy that can steamroll things. Okay, so now we are back and things are going semi-well, I'd say. So yeah, still on the coast here, still building up our settlements. And that part is pretty much done now. Oh crap, I don't have enough money to build the to demolish the slums again. Oh well. So things along here seem to be they have been stabilized for the most part. This province is still a little bit problematic. A lot of squalor from the buildings from the looks of it. Yeah, that is why some of these buildings, like this cattle ranch, produces 12 squalor, and it's like why would you buy these buildings? Really rather odd that anybody would actually buy those, seeing as how they just cause more trouble than they are worth. So it looks like the campaign up here has actually pretty much ended, and now it is down to a little bit of an occupation phase. So that is kind of that. And what I think I'll do is that we have taken this tile. If I pull my guards off of it, province is still pretty happy. So I think I'll get this legion to go up to the coast and around. And what I want these guys to do is that I want to prepare for the invasion of Britannia. So we will do that. Seeing as how it's fairly convenient, right?